Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Virginia at the Art of the Oracle. If you're new to my channel and this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. I hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button and giving me some feedback on what do you think. So today we're going to do a really fun reading. I'm calling it the 9 spread. So 2025 is a 9-year. 9s are all around completion and information about how we're ending and beginning anew. So I decided that I would break this into 3 separate readings that encompass love, soul path, and money. So we'll draw 3 cards around each one of those and a guidance card. So we'll bring in some oracle cards around it as well to help us understand additional information about each one of these subjects. So for pile number 1, I've chosen 3 different tarot decks to guide you in. So this is for pile number 1. This is your tarot deck. And also I've chosen the symbol here of the star. It's a selenite star. So set with the energy here and see if that resonates for you. Pile number 2, if you choose this reading, this is the deck of cards for you. And this is I'm calling it a sacred spiral heart. It is really, really beautiful. I think it's a shell, but it's bringing in a lot of sacred geometry and the heart image. So for pile number 2, this is your reading. Now, if you're going to choose pile number 3, this is your tarot deck. And then we have, this is a pendulum and it's offering all the chakras. So there is a stone for each one of the chakra elements related in this particular reading. So have a look at this one and see if this is the reading that you think will give you the most information. Now, as always with the 3-card pick-a-card spreads, you may find some information in all of the spreads. So feel free to watch all of them. And then if you do only have one and you feel like maybe there might be something else, you can come back and take a look at the reading as many times as you want. They'll be on the grouping that I have on my channel. So thank you so much for being here. Sit with your energy and we'll be right back with your reading. Right, so reading number 1. This is your tarot reading for this 3-card pick-a-card reading, and we're calling it the 9 spread. So I'm going to draw 3 groupings of cards for each one of the I'm going to call them aspects that you have within your life, something that you may want to focus on. And the first one is around love. Now, you've chosen the star here, the selenite star. And the information that is coming in from the star, first of all, selenite is this beautiful magical crystal. It's very widely available. And you can use this crystal to clear away old things. So keep that in mind as we're going through, is that maybe part of the reason why you chose this reading and this deck. This is the Light Seer's Tarot. So that is really interesting. And then you have this beautiful crystal that clears away any old energies from you, from crystals that you have. It doesn't absorb any energy. So you could carry it around with you. Like some crystals, when you carry them around with you, you're going to need to clean them later because they're going to take on your energy. And if you have, if you've given it to somebody else, it could take on their energy, and then you could be taking on a variety of different things. And if you're having a bad day, you don't want to pick up the stone and bring back the energy from a bad day. Now, if you're having a good day, that's a whole nother story. But with selenite, it clears away all stones. So if you have a stone, you can sit it with selenite and it'll just kind of magically clear the stone. It also amplifies. So if you have a stone that you're really wanting to charge back up, it also amplifies. So I think you're looking for clarity, a boost into your world, and a little bit of cosmic kind of, maybe you want to tap into spirit guides. Maybe you want to tap into angels. Maybe you're looking to tap into, alien beings, or possibly receiving downloads. So there's a lot of interesting information that is along with this beautiful selenite star. So let's start with the first 3 cards that we're going to bring out. around love. Now, if you're already in a relationship, obviously you would be receiving information about the current relationship you're in. If you're looking for love, then you're going to receive information that could possibly help you find the love that you're looking for. If you're looking to get out of love, same thing. So as it resonates with you. So the first 3 cards is around what is kind of leaving your energetic field as it's coming to love. And then what you're receiving, what is the magic that is present in the relationship right now? And this could be, if you're not in a relationship, it could be what you're looking for, or relationships at work, or maybe something like maybe you're a creative and that's your passion and where your love is going right now. And then the third card around it is what you're stepping into. Like, what is the energy that is something that you are now going into. So let's ask the light seers to reveal around love for reading number 1. What is now leaving? We're asking for 3 cards around what is leaving, what is the magic of the moment, and what we are stepping into. So 3 cards, please. So this is your first card, which is the King of Wands. So this is what's leaving. That's a very powerful energy. I feel like it's this one for the magic that's coming in at the moment. And then, okay, we have lots going on for what you're stepping into. Very, very exciting. So we're going to leave this energy over here. And then we're going to ask for 3 cards around your soul path in the same order. What is leaving the magic of now? So this is what is leaving, and the magic of now. Okay, I feel like it's these cards. Magic of now, and then what you're stepping into, and then as well for your money. So you're not going to see the money cards because I think they're out of the camera shot. It's very, very exciting. Okay, and the third one, please. All right, so that one. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to put the tarot cards aside, and we're going to step into this beginning understanding. So as you can see here, your first card is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands energy is a very passionate energy. So this could be something, so there's also strength involved here, someone knowing who he is. And it's a very passionate. Now, it's in the position of leaving. So are you looking to leave a relationship because this energy feels like it's very strong? Perhaps it's too much for you. Perhaps you're ending a relationship that just seems like it's a little bit overwhelming in that area. So it could also mean, I'm hearing this, is that what's leaving you is the confusion around this relationship. This is a very powerful energy to have in this leaving position. The Wands is around our creativity, around it could be sexual energy as well. So if you are somebody who is in a relationship that just seems like there's a lot of sexual energy going on there and it's a little too much, that kind of energy is kind of leaving you. If you are not in a relationship and you are around a lot of people that have a lot of real fiery energy, and maybe you are a water energy and you're just not jiving, it's just all too much, or maybe you're an earth energy and you're finding this energy just way overwhelming. There is something that is actually leaving you. Now, I always look at the King of Wands as a good energy to have, but if you're in a position where it's, the kings are in charge. So if you are also a fire energy and you feel like that you're butting heads with this energy, then it's not a positive influence for you, right? Or if you are more of a grounded person and this person's personality comes in and it's a little bit too much for you, then it's not, working for you. So take what resonates with you. Now, the Three of Wands is what's in the magic of the moment. So this is around what you're looking at going into. So this energy that could be a little bit overwhelming and kind of a little bit dominant is leaving you, and what's coming in is like an opening for you to be able to see and possibly sit in your own energy. She's ready to move forward. In the 3 energy, it's a relatively new energy. Perhaps you've been in a relationship that's just been so fiery that you've kind of got lost in that relationship. So this is the energy that is coming in to allow that little bit of a break and kind of like looking forward to what is possible. So in what you're stepping into, it couldn't be any better. This is kind of like a liberating energy, something new coming in, something that's really lighting you up. And then you have the 9. So we're talking about moving into this 9 year. And this is what you really like, your most, I would say that this is like the lottery win card, but it's around love. It's around feelings. It's all the things that you really love in your life are coming to be. Now we have the High Priestess card, but it was in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that possibly you're stepping into this new energy that's really going to light you up. Look at both of these cards are receiving all kinds of information. If you're in a relationship that's overpowering and you don't know what's your energy or their energy because there's just so much of it, what I'm seeing here is that you're going to be able to step into the energy that is going to show you who you really are. And it could be, you know, somewhat turning you on your head. The High Priestess is tapping into her own intuition. But if that's something that has been kind of overwhelmed in previous relationships, it may not be easily understood. Know that it's there and allow this energy to kind of fall in, resonate, sit with the energy before you make too many, you know, advances in your love life. I feel like this energy is telling you that you're going to find out who you are. So if you've been in a relationship that's been just really about the other person, this feels like you're gonna now learn, like a light bulb goes off and you're gonna be able to feel like this is truly me. I'm seeing myself and I kind of love. This is about loving yourself, loving life, loving what's coming in. She's jumping off this box of treasure, right? It's seeing who you are in a really big way. And these are major arcana cards. This is also a really big energy. So as one really big energy leaves and you take a pause, stepping into the new energy is going to feel really, really exciting. So I'm going to draw a relationship card here and to kind of give us a little bit more information about what is this relationship coming in here. Okay, so let's see. That is not, okay, I feel like it's this one. Life is forever changing in accord with nature's divine will. May we lovingly embrace life, changing seasons, knowing that all is as it should be and that love is all there. What a beautiful card for you to receive, because yes, that's exactly what I'm seeing, is that there's some change here. So don't be afraid of it. It's going to allow you really to step in to this new version of you, allowing you to tap in to your divine, I feel like it's telling you here that you really need to sit into the energy of what you is. And as you become more acquainted with what is you, you're going to be able to allow that free-flowing energy to come in a little bit easier. All right, so one of the second groups of cards that we have here is our Soul Path card. So in your Soul Path, we have the 9 of Wands. Now, this is the energy that's leaving. The 9 of Wands, again, it's really interesting that what is leaving you is a lot of really firing energy. So she kind of knows where she's going and she's coming to the end. Another 9 card. You see there's a lot of 9 energy here. This is like when you're almost at the end. And so this could be related to this relationship that is leaving you, because when you're kind of at the end of something that is really fiery, right? It's like you feel like you're kind of on your own sometimes. She has the light of awareness as to where she is right now. And so what's leaving you is kind of like this overwhelming energy that has kind of felt like it is, you know, too much energy is just too much. What you're stepping into is a new love. It's this is the magic of the moment. And I love that the Page of Cups is here. So as this kind of, like, maybe you've been working really hard on something, and so that kind of energy is leaving. That lot of work being put into something feels like it's leaving. What you're stepping into is more of a heart-based energy. So I love this. And this is, to me, it's like this person is learning to love himself. Like I saw in this, in the part of this, you know, the love reading here. The energy around here, Page of Cups is a new energy. It's a new way of looking at love. You know, I love that they've got When Pigs Fly here, because that's about seeing, like, what is it that you want? What is it that you're dreaming of? What is immediately in your idea of where is your magic going? So make sure you pay attention to what you're putting out there. The reason why there's a lot of light here around his heart is because what you focus on, what you really want, is what you draw into you. So that's what this is he's paying attention to. Maybe for the first time, it's like, what do I really want? If I could have anything, if I could have anything I wanted, like when pigs fly, that's what they say, is it'll never happen. You know, that'll happen when pigs fly, kind of things. This is saying, if you had that moment where pigs are now flying and you could have whatever you want, what is your focus on? Truly step into what it is, what it means to be you in a space of everything your heart's desires. And I feel like with all this amazing energy right here that it's coming. Now we do have another card that's upside down, and we have another page energy. This pages are around the things that we're grounding into being, and it could be around family, money, relationships, your job, your career. And we're looking at what is our soul path. Now this is, I always look at this card as kind of a balanced sort of energy. The pages are bringing in new energy coming in, and Pentacles is around, you know, grounded energy. So that's why you see this new energy, but he's not moving really quickly. He's kind of getting his feet about him as he moves forward, or she. And because it's upside down, what I'm noticing here is a mandala. I think what this is asking you to do, as you're focusing on what it is that you truly want, it's asking you to kind of make plans for it. It's kind of saying, you know, the ground, rather than it being under your feet, it's asking you to focus on it. It's asking you to think about where it is that you want to be, where it is that you really want to go, and bring that into existence. Because right now it feels like you haven't paid attention to where you're going. It's as if you've been going through life, but not really taking stock of where you've been and where you are. So make sure that you sit down, you do that. What is, you know, you've put a lot of energy into something that perhaps didn't quite work. It's asking you to reevaluate what it is that you really want to do. What is your soul? What is calling you forward? And focus on that. Don't just allow yourself to waste more time and to move into a direction that's not truly you. It's asking you to really focus on that with this energy. So lastly, about money. So the next energy that's coming in is like, what is the energy around money? So we have the Queen of Swords here. So this energy it's kind of really focused mentally on lots of ideas, lots of things. The Queen is looking out. So I think what it's telling you here is that the energy that's leaving is all around ideas. And, you know, what do you think should be? What do you think about where you are financially? Because the next card is the magic around your money. And what it is being, again, a 9 card. You have lots of 9s here in your reading. The 9 of Pentacles is around really being able to experience what it means to have resources around you, to have money around you, to have family support around you, and really being able to sit and experience it. So that's the magic. So what's leaving is the idea, and what's coming in, the magic now is what's coming in is that actual tangible thing. It's like eating the fruit that you've only been waiting for it to ripen. Now, what you're stepping into is the possibility to kind of get lost and confused in like not seeing what you need to see, possibly 2 different ideas, 2 different choices around money. Perhaps you're like tasting this and then you feel like you need to do something, which is very possible. So don't get lost and all tied up in, once again, trying to figure things out. The 2 is around 2 different ideas, 2 opposing views coming in that could be giving you information that could be a little bit confusing, but it is good to have information. So make sure that you sit with that sort of information so you know where you're going within it. Now, I'm going to bring in some guidance cards. One, what is the guidance, additional guidance that we want to have around love and money? And I think that this is the card here, and I have Archangel Raphael. So this is a beautiful guiding influence. It says, I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. And it's also suggesting that you could be a healer, but I have it here in this love position. And so I feel like there's some possible healing that you need to do around, you know, relationships where you kind of got lost. And so Archangel, when you're feeling down and you're confused about why you were in that, or why you stayed so long, or why it's gone if it wasn't your choice to leave, Archangel Raphael is a beautiful influence, and you can call on him. He's also available in green energy. Green energy is also very heart-based energy that will bring in healing for you around your heart. So the next group of cards that I wanted to bring in was around your life path. What is the guidance as you move forward on the life path with the information that we were seeing in this middle row? So what is the guidance for reading number 1 on the life path journey? Okay, I'm hearing the bottom of the deck. Okay, so what I'm hearing is this is around boundaries. So when you're looking at your soul path, I love that there's still, like, we're seeing more influence and it's staying kind of in this green. And with this energy leaving and this being a lot of like, where possibly what I'm getting is that you put a lot of your energy into something and you weren't getting a lot of your like love back from it. And I don't mean physical love. I mean, like, when you put your heart and soul into something, you want to see rewards. And this is saying that possibly you were putting so much of your energy in there and you weren't getting what you wanted from it, which is why it's asking you and telling you that your magic is really in focusing on what you truly want as you move forward and not getting too tied up in, you know, your head, but you need to ground things in. So this is saying that you could possibly benefit from having boundaries in your life and not giving too much of your energy out there. On your soul path, you're probably somebody who could be a deep feeler, or really maybe you're high energy and you really do want to help a lot of other people. And, you know, your energy could possibly be going in a lot of different ways. It's asking you to kind of focus more, to put boundaries around things that are just a little bit of a time suck, and then to focus on what it is that you really want to do and bring forward in this new year. So it's asking you to make sure to be aware of the boundaries. Now, lastly, for money, I decided to bring out the angel numbers. So let's see what angel number is coming in for us around money, and what is the guidance for us around money as we move through this year. It's a really beautiful deck of cards. What is the energy? Okay, potential. I love that. So the cards went kind of flying all over the place, but this is around transformation. So your money and how you're spending your money, how you're thinking about money, what money is coming in and meaning to you. There's great potential for you. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not, you know, 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning that there's great opportunity for growth when it comes to money for you. And I want to make sure that all this, yep, it's in there. So there's a lot of potential for you to transform what you're working with right now into something that really brings tangible benefits for you. Don't get caught up in too many different ideas that take you away from where the magic is. This is your magic right here in the middle, is around you being able to to receive those resources, being able to use the resources that you need to move forward. So reading number 1, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I'd love to hear how it resonated with you. So please drop a line and let me know how you are. Just say hello. And until next time, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye now. Pile number 2, welcome. This is your reading. I'm so excited to be able to read for you today. Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're coming back, I am so happy that I have such a beautiful group of watchers coming back again and again. So thank you for your energy here. And I feel like that's really relevant for some reason, that it's important to let you know how important you are. And yeah, so let's dive into the reading. This is going to be a 9 spread, this beautiful sacred geometry in the white heart. And I think that why I was feeling that way about you is I feel like on some level, you're a pure-hearted soul. You have a lot of love to give, and like the sacred spiral is around this sacred energy around you and love. I don't know if you've been, if you're just receiving a lot of love right now, or if you're one of these people that just truly give from the heart on many different levels. And that is kind of really resonating with me. So I am so happy to be reading for you today. I can kind of feel that energy coming in, this really pure, sacred energy around the heart. And so that is going to be present throughout your reading, that pureness of what this heart-spaced energy that you're holding, and asking for really pure energy. So I'm looking forward to the energy that's coming out for you. Now you've chosen this beautiful Sacred Heart, as well as the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. We're going to choose 3 cards for love, 3 cards for your soul path, and 3 cards for money. So I'm going to ask the Crow Tarot to please give us information. There's your first couple of cards around love. Now, what I'm going to do is the Magician is in the leaving position. The Magic for now is in the second, and this stayed down. So this is the 3rd position, which is the Emperor, but it is in reverse, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it, and we'll see if that's relevant. So for each one of the rows that we have, this is love, this is what is leaving, the magic of the now, and what you're stepping into. So let's go to your soul path and ask for 3 cards. Very lively here. So soul path, you have the King of Cups and what is leaving. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, the magic coming in, and what is the energy that you are stepping into? I feel like it's this one. And again, we have a reversal. And lastly, you'll probably won't see this, but this will be around your money. What is leaving? What is the magic that you're stepping into? Ask for a card for the magic, please. Okay. And then, oh wow, so there's 3 cards under the magic, and I'm feeling like I need to leave those. And then lastly, what are you stepping into? And let's get 1 card around that. Okay, and this is what you're stepping into. So we'll go through each one of the rows, and then we'll draw, lastly, a guidance card at the end of the reading for you around each one of these positions. So in the first row, we're looking at love. Now, the Magician, really interesting card for you to come out in your love position. Now, you could be in a relationship, but kind of what I'm feeling like is that the Magician is what's leaving you right now. So I don't know if you were in or you're thinking, whatever relationship that you're thinking of right now. I feel like this Magician card is like somebody who has like a jack of all trades sort of thing, has all of this. This is major arcanas that are flanking you on what is you're stepping into and what is leaving. So somebody that's kind of like the jack of all trades and really not focused on one thing is what I'm feeling. It's like there's possibility, there's all kinds of possibility, but it never actually comes to be because they're focused on everything but perhaps you or your needs or things like that, or their energy is kind of all over the place. So there's no real focus. Maybe they've got all their true energy is going in so many different directions that it doesn't come your way. That's kind of what I'm feeling, is that that's the energy that's leaving you. Kind of this energy that's scattered and not really focused. Now, what's coming in for you, what is the magic of right now, is a beautiful card to come out in this area of love for you. Now, the Queen of Cups knows who she is. This could be you or somebody coming in, somebody that's really open-hearted. I'm getting that it's you, that in the magic of now is you. You really have a clear sense of what love means to you, what you want to see. And I feel like if this is a person that is leaving you, I feel like you don't have any animosity for this person. Like you see all their gifts and all their magic, but possibly they cannot. And then what ends up happening is that love that you have for the other person kind of gets lost because they don't see their own value. And when somebody can't see their own value, they can't receive what you're giving them. It's not like sometimes we get in those relationships and we just can't seem to do enough. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's like you're in a relationship that can't really receive you the way that you're trying to give. And it's not a reflection really of you. It's just you're attracting possibly people that you're helping. Like maybe you've got this big soul and you attract people that need help. And so you're always there to help. But if they can't receive it, then it's kind of like a dead end, right? The relationship ends and you get another person that you pour all yourself into that can never really receive it because they have to heal themselves. And then you have to ask yourself, why am I attracting, fixer-uppers? Why am I attracting people that need so much from me and can't really ever receive it or appreciate what I'm trying to give them? Now, in what you're stepping into, you have this Emperor position. The Emperor here is the 4 in the major arcana, and the Emperor is somebody that is really grounded, knows their value, as you can see from this red chair, has, the ability to say what they mean, to be able to be a leader in many ways. But because it's in this kind of upside down position, I almost feel like there's an overwhelming energy around you that is like you're leading to the point of it almost being overwhelming for you because you have such a big heart. Perhaps that you feel like you need to lead this relationship in a way because these people are a little bit broken. So you're trying to help with your big, beautiful heart. And what ends up happening is it ends up being upside down, and you're instead of the love that you have, it kind of comes across as you being a little bit more bossy instead of it being you being a true leader and being able to showcase your skills, because what this is showing is that it's like overwhelming the situation. And what you really want to have in a situation when it's surrounded by love, and this may not be a partnership, this could be, you have a great job and you really know that you're very good at it and you offer so much to it, and it's just not being received in a good way. It's not being received in the intention that was originally set forth in whatever this wherever you're putting your heart energy, whether it's a person, whether it's a job or career or something like that, you're kind of feeling a little bit upside down. And that's what's coming in, is that you're going to be able to see that. You're going to be able to see that, wow, okay, so this is me. I'm a loving person. I see that, but it's not being received because people are kind of thinking that it's like you're doing too much almost for others, and they need to kind of feel like, a lot of times you feel like when you're leading, you don't want to have to do everything. You want to be able to show the way and allow others to unfold with their creative gifts. So this is the energy around love. Now, let's look at the second, which is your soul path. What's really interesting in your soul path is you have the King of Cups. So, which tells me that you are really leading from your heart. Like you're really involved in, you're doing something that you truly love, and it's giving you a lot of ability to reach into your heart and be available. But perhaps, now the magic is that you have this Knight of Pentacles. Now this is a very slow moving energy. This is around all your emotion, like you're on your soul path. You're in the area that you need to be doing that really lights you up. And you possibly know that. You're like, I am doing what I love doing, which is great. Now the Knight of Pentacles is a little bit of a slower moving knight, but it's about, the magic is around being able to receive resources and accolades around this, where your soul path, where you're heading. And what's interesting is we have the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest moving knight in the deck. The knight is all around making things happen, around what's moving, and this, like this Emperor, these are both really beautiful energies, but they're upside down. This is around communication. This is around leading. This energy is kind of on its head because something is stopping the flow, it feels like. As you're in the direction that you should be on. It's about, I believe, what I'm reading from the cards here is about you being able to receive all of that energy. You can't just keep giving without receiving. So there's like a moment where the breath has to breathe back in instead of it all going out. Have to take time to breathe back in, because if you don't, then you'll end up feeling jilted instead of being on the soul path and receiving the amazing energy at the end of the rainbow, like getting that pot of gold. So there's something around like the way that you're thinking, that you possibly think that you have to do everything. And it's not out of a control sort of way. It's out of a beautiful heart-spaced way. So perhaps what it's asking you to do by this night being, the magic is to stop and really feel and receive the gratitude, the reward for some of this before you move forward. Because if you don't take this moment to pause, if you don't take this moment to really step into where you are in your soul path, that it could end up being turned upside down, and then you feel a little bit like, wow, why am I doing this, right? That's not the energy that you want to move into, and that's what, if you stay on this path, is kind of moving forward. Because you have so much beautiful energy here, you could be feeling like, why am I not getting what I want out of that? Well, it's because as a leader, which I feel like you are, coming from a beautiful heart-spaced energy, you have to take time to allow others to really resonate in the frequency and the love that you're offering. Again, around the ideas, there are other people that, or you could have ideas that the only way that things happen is through you doing it. And what I feel like you need the resources and the love and like the winds underneath your sail to keep you going. You don't have to do everything. You can, take that breath in, sit, receive the energy. So let's see how this is affecting our money. Well, what we have, what's leaving you, this is really around lack. It's around like having, like not really feeling what's going on, having a little bit of apathy, like you just don't really feel one way or the other when it comes to money. You're not really receiving a lot, or maybe you have gotten a little bit of money, but so you're not really feeling that energy as it's coming into you in a way that inspires you to keep moving forward. You have all this beautiful heart-spaced energy, but when it comes to money, it's like you're not really getting full. You're not being filled in terms of your finances. So we got a lot of cards around, like, what is the magic around money? And it's asking you to kind of sit with. So we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you have ideas of how money should work for you, or how money could work for you. And then you also have the 6, which is around accolades, around, this is the not feeling really into it. And this is the opposite, around it's around being able to give to others. And then you have the King of Wands, which is this really passionate energy. This is fire energy. So you've had a lot of water energy coming in. You have energy that's trying to come in and really ground in your soul path. And then you have this air energy. This is what was lacking here, is this passionate energy around love and your soul path, and around money. It's asking you to really kind of get fiery. Think of, new ways to be creative around money, of how you can kind of give to others, perhaps. And this energy around, are you dreaming of different ways for you to be able to be creative? And perhaps that I feel like that creative energy, there's something around you in that magic that's asking you. King of Wands is like, I know what I want to do. So perhaps you're in a direction where, you're not really feeling it right now, and you really want this. There is something present around you that's really creative, that wants to be born. And I think if you allow that energy to come in, what you're going to be stepping into is the Ace of Cups, this new heart space way of being, like being able to really feel passionate again about something. And I think that it will come with you being able to accept this creative power that's wanting to come in, and it's going to come through these new ideas. That's what the Swords energy is. And it's this divine feminine, which is showing you how you can give to the world and receive. And that's what this fiery energy is bringing in. And when that comes in for you, which could already be present, like you could have this really interesting idea that you haven't allowed because you're so busy giving, that this feels like it's not something that you can step into, but it is part of the magic that's going to allow you to move forward and be excited again. And it could give you rewards in the future. I see, I feel like there's a gold coin that's wanting to be offered to be put into, like, maybe you have a wish around something that you're not allowing you to, to feel your heart to go in that direction, because maybe it feels like it's, it's narcissistic or something. You don't want to give too much to yourself. And it's saying, yeah, it's exactly what you need to do. Give to yourself. Throw that coin into the fountain of hopes and dreams. It's ready for you. So let's ask we're going to go to the messages from our angels and ask, what is a message for us? Oh, wow. This came in the first reading as well. This is around love. So this is a beautiful heart space card. It says, I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others, that you're a healer. So this is again around you probably have this beautiful heart that really wants to help people heal their broken hearts. And there's a magic around that, is that we heal ourselves by helping heal others. And so I think that that's present for you somehow in this love. It's like allowing you to really feel the energy around your heart and allowing it to heal by helping others. And when you do that, it is also part of your soul journey. So you could be attracted to green. You could bring green into your space when you're looking at healing relationships and how you're working with others. Or you could call in the guidance from Archangel Raphael at any time if you're confused around what is going on in this, your relationships energy. That's what the love energy is. So we're going to step into the journey. So for the second group of cards here, what is the guidance coming in for reading number 2 around their soul path? What do they need to know? What is this beautiful loving guidance that's coming in for pile number 2? All right. Okay. So those fell on the floor, and The information, when they fall on the floor, I feel like it's something that's very relevant that you have to listen to right now, that it's asking you to pay attention to this on your soul space, on your soul path. And what it's asking you to do is to create a sacred space for yourself on your soul path, because you have such a big, beautiful, open heart. It's asking you to really set aside a space that's just for you, not for anybody else, for you to sit with your own beautiful, amazing heart. What is it that you want? How do you want to move forward? What is it that your soul path is calling you forward to do? Now, it has 2 cards also. So the first thing it's asking you to do is to set aside a sacred space. When you're in that sacred space, listen. Really listen to what your soul is calling you forward to do, because it's sending you little whispers. And if you don't quiet everything, you won't hear it. You'll always get it, but you can get it much quicker if you just allow yourself to set aside that space and listen to the whispers of what your soul is calling forward, because there's a beautiful transformation on your path that is wanting to come through, that's really going to kind of like elevate where you are on this beautiful sacred journey. Now, when we're stepping into the information around money, let's find out. We are going to call in the angel number oracles. What does reading number 2, what is the guidance for? Oh, wow, look at that. So this came in, as you could see, in a really big way, and there's 2 cards that's coming out. So this is around money. 4444. So when you're wondering if you're on the right path, going in the right direction, check out 4444. So 4s are around stability. And when you're looking at all these 4s, this is like huge stability. And maybe you've been so heart-based that you haven't really thought about what you need in terms of stability. And it's saying that there is something really big coming your way, something that's going to make you feel finally like you're in this stable situation around money. And then it's 369, a compassion. As you kind of feel in this space and that you're receiving finally what you want, it's asking you to have compassion for where other people are on the journey and where you've come from and where you've been on the journey. Just have compassion. Don't go back and say, why didn't I do this sooner? Now that it's finally here, why didn't I do this? Why did it? So it's asking you not to do that, to have compassion with yourself and with others as they are probably in a different, some people with really big hearts, because you receive so much, sometimes we just want everybody to have this great feeling that we have. So have compassion for yourself, where you've been on the journey and where others are. They'll get there when they're ready. So reading number 2, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have enjoyed the reading, I hope you'll send a little note along on what resonated with you. And until next time, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye now. All right, reading 3. This is for you. I'm super excited to be here. And what you have chosen is, this is, I don't know where I put the box for this, but this is the One World Tarot. I was going to show you the box, but this is One World Tarot. Beautiful new deck that I just got as a gift. And then you have this pendulum. Now, I use the pendulums to help answer questions. I also use pendulums to find out, like, how am I doing in terms of my chakra energy? And this pendulum is all around your chakras. So what that's saying to me is that there's some relevance here around you really wanting to know where you are and how are you doing? Like, there's a moment where you can kind of tap in. Now, you don't need a pendulum to do that, although you can. It could be saying that there are tools out there for you to find the information that you're looking for, whether you're wanting to know how balanced you are in your chakras, or whether you just want to get information. There are tools, and oracles are one of them, tarot one of them. So I'm thrilled that you're here as part of the reading today. And so this is relevant somehow in the information that you're looking for. Don't be afraid to look for other tools out there to help you in your own personal day-to-day. It could be that, you know, you're feeling a little sluggish and that you need a red stone that helps, or an orange stone. Orange stones is about bringing in more fiery energy. And so if you're feeling sluggish, or if you're feeling a little flighty, like you're in your head and you can't seem to, like you're all in your head and you feel like you really need to ground yourself, maybe a red stone. So this is telling you that there are tools out there to help you to feel more embodied, or if you're wanting more inspiration from the, you know, cosmos, there are stones around there. There are tools available for you. So don't give up and continue to look for tools. So as that is in kind of your reading here, setting the stage, we're going to draw 9 cards. The first 3 cards are going to be around love. The second 3 are going to be around your soul path. And the last 3 is going to be around money. So I'm going to ask the cards today for the One World card to help us with 3 cards around your love. And the first card is around what is leaving your energy field now. What is the magic that is in the field right now? And then what you're stepping into. So I asked for 3 cards. So the first card coming out for you is the Ace of Cups. What is leaving? And what for love? Another card, please. I feel these 2 cards coming out. So what the magic is right now is the 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse. What you're stepping into. So I'm also going to look for what 3 cards would like to come out around our soul path. And then we have what is leaving, the Emperor. And for the second card, what is the magic right now? And we're going to go with the 8 of Cups for what you're stepping into. And then the final 3 around money. So let's see. This is the card around money, which is the 2 of Pentacles. You're probably not going to see these cards, but we'll reveal them as we step into them. And this card flew out. What is the magic? And then for money, wow, your cards are very lively. This is really exciting. I'm kind of excited for you. Okay, so let's kind of dive into the reading and see how we can interpret what is coming out for you, reading number 3. So we're looking at love, what is leaving. So this is the Ace of Cups. Now, when you're looking for something to come in, a new relationship, the Ace of Cups is the perfect card to come out. So have you been in a new relationship that didn't quite work out and is now leaving you? Or is the relationship kind of going into the next level and it's no longer feeling new? You know how you're in a new relationship and you're still trying to figure out, is this going to work? Or what is that person's likes and dislikes? And you're still just kind of, you know, trying to work out the quirks of the relationship. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, is that either the relationship that is new is no longer feeling new. It's starting to feel like you've really settled in, or there was a relationship that you thought was going to work that just really wasn't what you thought it was, and it's just kind of falling away. So that is what is leaving. Now, with what's the magic right now? So you have the 9 of Pentacles, and this is all about experiencing. So if the relationship is, you know, kind of outgrown that new phase, now you're in this position where you could actually be experiencing like the next level of a relationship. The 9 of Pentacles is about being able to really touch tangible things, whether it be, you know, money, or maybe you're looking at buying another house. Maybe you're going to take the next step. That's kind of what I'm feeling is happening here, is that there's an ability, like you can see here, this is a little dog, this is the house. I mean, what happens when you're stepping into the next phase of a relationship is that you get a dog and a house, and like all these things come to be. And you can see like she's in this little, what's funny is this is what I'm seeing. It's like she's in a little moo-moo here, which is kind of like when you're, comfortable with somebody, right? You're okay. You don't have to feel like you have to like wear all the perfect clothes all the time. But it could also be that this purple energy around really understanding and kind of divine information is kind of in a space where you realize what relationships are really about, whether the relationship is leaving or whether it's going to the next level, is that I feel like you're really feeling it. Like, this is really what I want. This is really what I'd love to have moving forward in a relationship. And so that's what's so interesting about what you're stepping into. So you have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is like, could be a masculine energy, if you're a woman, and this could be the person, this could be you and this person, or if you're a man and this is the woman and this is, you know, so they could be aspects of the relationship that you're in, or whatever it is that first comes to your mind when you're thinking of love. Now, I feel like this is a relationship, not because sometimes it could be around passion about what you're doing in your life, but I kind of feel like this is a relationship for you, pile number 3. Now, the King of Cups is somebody who really understands like a loving way. But what I'm feeling from this card being upside down and this guy kind of masked here is almost like he's afraid to show, or the person is afraid to really open their heart and experience the love in the way that really their heart is like screaming out to do. So it could mean that, you know, what you're stepping into is you're ready for all of this, but they're not quite ready yet because maybe they've had some things in the past, and as soon as they took it to the next level, it just kind of fell apart, and they're afraid of that because this relationship does mean so much. That's what I'm feeling with all of this, with the hearts flanking what's leaving and what's coming in, is that this is somebody that you can really work with, somebody that really has a lot of love, but they're a little bit fearful of it. It's almost like they're overwhelmed with their feelings. And so sometimes when people are overwhelmed, they do the opposite. They're afraid to move, right? Because they're just overwhelmed with what possibilities. They don't want to do the wrong thing. So think of that in this energy and the relationship. I'm going to draw a soulmate card for you. And let's see for reading number 3. What is the information? This is Toni, Carmine, Salerno. Really fun deck here. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. It says, no matter what changes life brings, nothing will change my love for you. You give my life purpose. I feel safe because of you. I am forever grateful. Thank you. So yeah, so there's some aspect of this relationship that just feels really big. Like they really, really appreciate you. They really see, you know, it says here, nothing will change my love for you. And I think that if that's not them to you, then that's asking you to be that for them, even though you're a little bit maybe confused over why they're not, because you know how amazing everything is. So just take your time, breathe into this, no matter what. Is that nothing will change my love for you. And it says you give my life purpose. So allow this relationship. There's a lot going on. It could be a little overwhelming. And I feel like they don't want to make a mistake in what's going on. Not that they don't want to make a mistake in being with you, but it's like they wanted everything to be perfect. And sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves for everything to be perfect. And as we all know, anybody that's been in love, we know that it's never always perfect. There has to be like some bumps in the road. So just know that this is a great love, and allow it to unfold, and maybe a lot of a reassurance for the other person. Maybe you need it, maybe they need it, but that's what's present right now, is a lot of love, but maybe a little bit of slow down mode wouldn't hurt anything. Okay, so let's go into the soul path. So what's really interesting is you have the Emperor card. Now the Emperor is the 4 major arcana, which means that you're on a path that is, I feel like it's very divinely guided, and that part of your soul path is about you being a leader. Now, I feel like that something has happened here where you have felt like you want to step out of it. Maybe you've just been leading for so long, because the magic here is the 5 of Wands, and that's around change, and that's around input, lots of creative ideas and energy, and that perhaps that what you're wanting to do is to step away from feeling like you always have to be the one in the lead, and you really want input from other people. You want to kind of change the dynamics, and you're looking for people to be able to step up, to throw their wand in, to throw their energy in, because you kind of know who you are, you know what you want, and you want other people to kind of be a little bit more in the game with you, instead of it feeling like it's always got to be about you. And please forgive me, I see that there's a circle here around this energy, so I'm going to kind of move this over, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better, and then we'll move this one a little bit that way so you can see it. So this Five of Wand energy is really about a lot of different people's input. Now, it could be around fighting. So it could be that what's leaving is you don't want to do this anymore because everybody's fighting. And it just doesn't, you see that this doesn't feel good to anybody. And especially you, because you're a very confident, very strong, very capable person. And so this Five of Wand energy just feels icky. It just feels like, well, what's the point of all this? Because I do see what you're stepping into is actually stepping out. You're, kind of going in a direction that feels a little bit more heart-based, that you're willing to go on a new path that feels a little bit more like you. Maybe you've just been doing this for so long, too much conflict is not your game, and you're ready to kind of step into or step away from all of that and move and kind of go on a little bit of a soul journey. This is part of your soul path here, to head back into your soul journey and see as it's taking you in a completely new direction, something that may feel a little bit, almost like, when you go on a spirit quest and you really know that there's something big for you. You're not exactly sure, you're not going with the intention of this or that, except to open up your soul path, your heart. And it's really interesting that I divided these two, this conflict and you, because I think that's really relevant right now, is that, that light here in the middle is that you need space between this kind of conflict and what your soul path is kind of drawing you into. So this separation to me is very, very relevant. So follow your heart. That's what the Eight of Cups is around you leaving things that are just confusing or not feeling very good and stepping into what's more pulling your heart energy forward. So I don't know if you stepping away from that has any relevance on your money situation, but as I look into the third grouping of cards that we have here, we're looking at the Two of Pentacles. Now the Two of Pentacles comes out. Let me see if I can. Yeah, we do have them all in there. Two of Pentacles comes out. As you can see, there's a lot of waves, and it's like he's on a boat and everything's rocking. So this, in theory, sounds really amazing, and we all want to be able to move out. But as it comes to your money, there's going to be some balancing that needs to happen for you to be able to not feel like you're off your game. And I think you can handle that. This guy in this particular picture really feels like he's okay. Like he has what he needs to be able to balance it. So I do feel on some level that you have the ability to balance, but make sure you keep an eye on where your money is coming in and going while you're taking this step towards kind of this new heart-based soul calling that is really calling you forward. We have the magic that is the Fool card for you. So the magic in where your money is your ability to just take a plunge, to just go off the deep end, travel lightly, bring with you whoever really felt like they had your back in times that were tough. The people that really knew you, the people that got you, not the people that were looking for a name or trying to, get ahead, but the people that have really been there for you are the people that you're going to relate to as you move into this energy of just kind of leaping forward, right? It's like leaping forward with blind faith sometimes, and that's what the Fool is. It's a brand new beginning. So as it comes to your money, that's what this is it's like this is a new opportunity around how I feel like it's a whole new relationship around money for you, and that is really relevant. So yeah, so keep that in mind, because as we see what you're stepping into, as it in regards to money is you have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands, I feel like, is a little bit of a protective energy, as he has his wand, and that's your fire, your passion. He's protecting himself about what others are sending forward, right? So other people may not see your journey. They may not see what, you know, why you're doing what you're doing, and or they could be a little bit of jealousy going on there, because you're going in the direction that feels right in a soul, like is calling you in this direction, and you have to kind of protect yourself or kind of defend where it is that you're going. Because this is, you know, maybe you have family, or maybe, you know, you have friends that are like, why are you doing this? This is, you know, suicide financially or whatever. It doesn't make sense to other people what we do. It makes sense to us, and it doesn't have to make sense to other people. So this is showing that there are other people that are kind of throwing their energy, their, you know, it's their perspective. You're going to have, as you can see, this person is higher because this is their higher perspective. These people are down here looking up at. So keep that in mind, is that you're up here because you have a different perspective. The Fool card coming out, this is a major arcana. This is a brand new beginning. This is something probably that you've never done before. And it does feel a little risky. It may feel a little tricky, but follow your heart. There's a reason why you're going in this direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in guidance around each one of these circumstances that we're looking at. And the first one is love. Like, what guidance from the angels would like to come in? And that one is really, yeah, Omega. So what I love is victory. So whatever is happening for you with this victory card coming in, what I feel like is like you have the love and support that's going on here. This feels like the least of your worries in this reading. It's like your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up. So if you had desired to find this true soulmate, I feel like that's exactly what's happening. Or if your love is actually this new project that you're working in, keep going, because what you're feeling is correct. There is a reason why you're in this relationship that you're in right now, whether it be, you know, with you're passionate towards what you're doing, or your family, or whatever it is. So let's see what the guidance, we're going to bring in the journey card, where we are on our soul path. What is the divine guidance for reading number 3 regarding soul path? These cards have been very inspirational, but what's very interesting is they're making me work. So it's like they're giving me beautiful information, but they really want, like, for reading 2, reading 3, what is soul path energy? I feel like it's the bottom. Okay, the whisper. So, and then I think the connected and the future self. Okay, so it's funny because we'll just go with what it is. So the whisper. So the reason why you're like leaving things behind is because you've had this whisper. Something has been calling you forward. Something you intuitively know that there is a change that needs it. Look at this, like fire is going crazy over here. That you intuitively know that there's some direction that is like, it doesn't have to make sense mentally. It's making sense, like a divine guidance, because what it's asking you to do is to stay connected. So stay connected to, I believe, your true self, your true calling path. Don't leave the path that you know is right for you. Stay on that soul path. It may look at times like you don't know where you're going, or that is too scary, like you can't see too far in the head, but your future self is kind of trying to, it's like you're trying to catch up with your future self, because perhaps you've been in this position for so long. Your future self has wanted, I feel like it's pulling you up and pulling you forward. That's this 2-hand. It's like you know where you're supposed to be, where you want to be, what feels true to you. And your future self is pulling you forward to make sure that you receive the fullness of what your soul path has brought you here to do. And lastly, we're going to go to the angel numbers around the money. So angel numbers, thank you for providing reading number 3, information around money. So what is the guidance here? Okay. And what we have is bravery. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, because as we're feeling like you're going on a new path that may be a little bit less predictable than you've been on as it comes to your financing, it's asking you to really be brave, is to see something ahead. So if you see these numbers, 717, it's asking you to really pay attention to what's going on. Don't be afraid to really look at where you are, what's coming in, because I feel like you might be one of these people that kind of needs to see the rewards of what you're doing and what you're moving into. So it's asking you to be brave, to be strong. I'm actually hearing that there's one more card. There's something more around these numbers that they also want you to be aware of. What is calling us for? Oh, it's that one right on top. Yeah, inspiration. So 303, there is a divine inspiration that will come to you that I think is going to make this make sense. So the guidance, it could be something to do like is pulling you forward around the moon. So pay attention to these big moon phases that are coming through. If you follow astrology, we all have specific phases that are going through our life right now. So I feel like be strong, be brave. There's something that is coming in that's going to give you inspiration, that's going to kind of help this make it more tangible, like more whatever money or resources that you need so you can continue this path forward, because your future self is really pulling you into the next phase of where your soul is calling you forward. So thank you so much for being here, reading number 3. I'd love to hear from you and how it resonated with you. I hope you'll come back for a future reading. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I'd love to have you come back again. So until next time, have an amazing day. Bye now.